You want to plug
Made with love.
Taco?
All right, so tell us where we are and what we do here.
We're at Kung Fu Tap and Taco, probably getting drunk.
Agreeable.
Don't drop it. Don't drop the camera. I'm telling myself that in my head. Don't drop the camera. All right. Well, good morning, everybody. It's Monday. I have had a fantastic weekend in Des Moines. Just left Bleak. We had a wonderful night. We had a live. If you haven't seen that, go to the Bleak Rides channel. We had a very cool a little chit chat, a live stream from his studio. So yeah, go check him out. It's Bleak Rides on YouTube or Bleak Rides on Instagram. So I'm on the way. Obviously you can see it rained all night long, so all this here, I will be probably wearing that rain shortly once I get up on the highway. But man, I had an awesome time. Blake was such a good host. He brought me to all the best parts of Des Moines and met wonderful people. I can't express how wonderful this city is and how nice everyone was. And the bars and the restaurants we went to, everyone was so nice and they were very accommodating and they laughed at all my stupid jokes. So but yeah, now it's time to go home. So I was planning, I needed to go to Belleville, but I guess needs, wants, and reality is a lot of different things. So instead I'm going to try to race the rain clouds home. I was going to stop off and see STL Nick, but you know, life has other plans. Like we're just saying, reality is a different story. I'm gonna get on the highway here and head just go straight home because yeah, even though I don't mind riding in the rain, I don't want to ride in the rain for 10 hours and then ride into home in the dark in the rain. Too many variables there. Too many variables. It is a brisk 63 degrees. Let's see if I read that right. 63 degrees in Des Moines, Iowa. You're listening to Rainy Radio 63.5. All right, that sounds like a lot like Bogator, but yep. All right, well, head down, ass up. That's the way we like to ride our motorcycle. So let's go. So I had a very smashing cup of coffee this morning. I didn't get any breakfast. I was trying to get out on the road. You start thinking about getting on the road because the more you stay in one place before you start your trip is the hardest time to get moving. Once you get everything on the bike, everything packed down to start the trip, well, then any stops you make are usually pretty minimal. So got the coffee in me, got some drink, got my little cup ready to fill up. I get some of that sweet gold leaf iced tea, and I'll be ready to roll. Probably stop somewhere and get a taquito breakfast biscuit real quick, something to power me through the day. Trying to make minimal stops today, but again, you know, if I need to stop, I'm gonna stop. But this is, I'm right between a horseshoe of rain, and it's actually in my favor. So I actually want to keep the rain ahead of me. I don't mind riding again, you know, in the blow off from the rain. I don't mind riding in light rain, but the storm ahead of me was a lot of red and yellow, so that means a lot of wind. It means a lot of well, crosswind, lightning, heavy rain, deluge, if you will. Oh, Des Moines Harley. I should have stopped. Well, they're obviously not open now. It's probably Monday, and most Harley dealers are closed on Monday, and it's 7:30 in the morning. It's a really cool Harley dealership, but yeah, I ain't got time to stop. Stop for breakfast and probably go ahead and fill up. I think 100 miles will put me close to the border with Missouri, and as weird as that is, once I'm in Missouri, it feels like I'm a little closer. It's the easiest way to knock out any ride is one state at a time. Oh look, I made another border. I'm closer. I'm that much closer to my goal. And as long as it's the right state that you're going into, you know you're still on track. Which I've made that mistake before. Me and my wife one time got in the car and we're driving and we're tired and we're a little out of our heads, and all of a sudden it was like Indianapolis exit coming up, and I'm like, we're supposed to be heading towards Arkansas. This ain't good. I'm gonna get off here where I can pay attention to the navigation, because again, that would be very embarrassing if I ended up in the wrong state again. I know I see a lot of exits for Illinois here, but I'm not supposed to actually be in them. All right, head down, let's go. I did want to comment on the new boots. I have had almost 1,000 miles on them now in rain, weather. We walked around a lot yesterday. We did, you know, a tour of a outside, like an art museum park thing. So we walked around probably, I don't know, at least 2 or 3 miles yesterday. Walked around all over, you know, from bar to bar, did some town stuff. We just went to a restaurant, had them on the bike, and these boots are freaking fantastic. Okay, well, first I would like to point out, straight out of the box, I oiled them, heated them overnight, put them on my feet, and just wore them. And there's no break-in period for these boots. I think the only boots that I've had, the Indy Ridges, that I had to have a break-in time on were the Apaches. And even then, the break-in wasn't for wearing them, it was for walking around in them. Every boot at Indy Ridge is built to put on right out of the box, and built to go. You don't, there's no break-in period. There's no, and if you've been riding bikes for any time, you've been wearing boots for any time, you'll realize why it's such a big deal that you can just put these boots on and go. So if this is a boot you were waiting on for a trip and you get it the day you leave, put them on and go. There's no wait. I do recommend waxing them and oiling them, but could just take care of them, especially if you're going to ride like I do and on all this rain. So these boots, I'll put a cut in because obviously I don't want to, I'm in some weird freaking traffic right now, and I don't want to put my feet up while all these people are trying to kill me. Not my exit? Yes. Hey, I made my exit. Yay me. So anyway, I'll put up a cut of the picture of the boots and show them to you. But yeah, they're beautiful boots. They're gorgeous. They look even better once you get some wax or some oil on them. Make them look so much better. And you get them weatherized. All right, real quickly. So there's the boots. They're gorgeous. Got my rain pants. The laces are mine. I add the laces. That's my little touch to the boots is whatever, I guess. I don't know. I'm a little artsy, man. What do you want to say? I'm a creator. Put whatever color laces I want at the time in them and what I think will accentuate, you know, that boot the best. So I chose red. And I chose red for a specific reason. Steve knows why. Steve likes red. That's why. Hey man, I'm just a follower. What do you want from me? These hills again. Hey, God for hill assist. Not that I can't do this without hill assist, but it's... Actually, I won't do it with hill assist this time. This isn't too bad a hill. Either way, if you plan on riding these kind of roads, practice. Especially if you're going to go out of town and go into a place you've never been in before, make sure you've kind of brushed up on your skills before you decide to leave town and go into a place, especially if you go into somewhere like California where there's lots of hills and the roads are built on these hills. If you watched any of the videos out of California when they were doing the new Honda videos, her two wheels, and you'll know. You could find yourself on a hill in no time at all and be facing up the hill and not down the hill. Life working against you. I still have the bike in dynamic. Every time I come up to a light, I'm popping. So let me get her back in road. I guess I should leave it in dynamic until I get out of the city, right? That'll probably be detrimental. Beneficial? Not detrimental. Hey, it's not detrimental. It's beneficial. It's one of those $20 words. I may use them wrong, but I'm using them, so there you go. It looks like there may be a break in the rain. I've caught some more rain on the way, as you can see. Every time the windshield just about dries up, I get some more rain. It looks like up ahead, I think I'm actually, the clouds are thinning. The blue is coming through. I might see some sun today. Hopefully. It's still 65 degrees. That hasn't changed. I do got the hand warmers on level 1. Level 1 of like 8, I think I have, or 7. but right now just enough to keep my gloves dry. I'm enjoying my trip. This is probably, maybe with the exception of, you know, some of the Forgotten Angels trips, as far as the drive, this is the best drive I've had. Probably shouldn't have said that because I'm not home yet, but it's been a lot of fun, and being here has been a lot of fun. So I'm gonna stop waxing poetic and just drive for a while. I should never talk about weather while I'm riding. I guess that didn't last long. Maybe I'm about to get wet. Luckily I already have all my gear on. I do have the perforated boots on, but I think I'll be okay until the next gas stop, which should be here shortly. And then I'll put the other waterproof boots on. This is a sight here. I just got the do not pick up hitchhikers sign, which probably means I'm near a prison. I don't see one, unless they have the nicest prisons. Maybe they do. Iowa has the nicest prisons. You meet the nicest people in Ohio prisons. Well, I did get some sun, but it's coming at the rainiest part of the trip so far. What the heck, man? Probably not helping that I'm behind this 18-wheeler. I'm probably catching all his blow. All his paw blow. That's a thing. Alright, I should probably start looking for gas here shortly. Funny thing is, this 18-wheeler is throwing up less spray than that truck. Let's get around it anyway. The truck's gonna outrun me. Well, the white truck will outrun me. 18-wheeler just got to get by it to get away from the spray. Alright, so if you look at the map up here, it looks like this storm is actually trying to outrun me. So I think I haven't stopped for gas or food yet. I think if I actually stop and take a kind of an elongated breakfast and gas up, this thing might get further out in front of me and I might be alright. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna stop a little bit, let this thing get back ahead of me. And you know, if it doesn't get ahead of me, well, at least I'm in the lighter part of it. And actually, it feels like I'm outrunning it now, but according to the radar, I'm not. I'm not sure how to take that. Maybe I'll stop and have it overrun me, and I'll be back in it again, or maybe I shouldn't stop. But I definitely have to stop for gas. The question is, do I stop for gas and a quick breakfast and get back on the road, or do I stop a little longer and try to let this rain outrun me? I guess I need to think about that. Things to ponder. Well, looks like exit 210 then. I don't see anything around though. Do I not see a town? Why do I not see a town? It says there's food and gas here. I don't see it. Have I been deceived? Have I been deceived? Boys and girls, I don't see services. They promised me a McDonald's and a Casey's. I don't see it. Okay, we're going straight, I guess. They ain't got no time for that. Liars. I'm sure we'll get more gas before I run out, right? Positively. Let's just drive at a more conserved speed here. There's power lines at this exit. I guess that speaks well for it. Hey, okay. This is a real exit. I don't know how these places get off with the whole, hey, here's gas and here's food, and then you get off the highway and it's like, oh yeah, if you want gas and food, go 2 miles that way. I've never understood that. If I was gas, where would I be? Left? Things are looking up. As long as the bike don't die before I get there. So here's the real question. Do I need to put on my non-perforated boots? Or should I just risk it? Oh, I think I already know the answer to that question. Go for it. Risk it all, baby. I don't usually do this, but I guess we're fixing to find out how well the bike runs on 87. All right. Iowa. What the hell?
So on one hand, the gas is really cheap here, but on the other hand, it's because it's all 87. So it made it probably an hour into the. I made 100 miles in this trip, a little over 100 miles, and still traveling, still moving. But I'm in the middle of nowhere. So yeah, the only gas I could find was 87. So I guess we're fixing to find out how well the bike runs on 87. Sorry, Benita, had to be done. So no surprise to anyone, this is not the lowest the bike has ever been on fuel. I've actually had it down where I had to put 6.5 gallons into it to fill it up. But yeah, this is pretty close. I have 1 bar left. I've been down to 0 bars and had to put 6.5 gallons in, so this isn't bad.
Well, I just had a nice little stop in Fairfield, Iowa. I met Kathy. So Kathy from Fairfield, Iowa. It was very nice talking to you. She showed a lot of interest in the bike and me being out in the rain. She feared for my welfare, which is very cool. So obviously I had to talk to her, give her a sticker, because I love it when people ask me about the bike. I love when people ask me about my trips, you know, because it's important to me. So I love to be able to share that. And if anybody you know me, you know I love to talk. So Kathy from Fairfield, thank you very much. I hope you see this and I hope you get your shout out. Okay, so 7 hours and 43 minutes of driving yet to go. So let's go home. The weather did get better while I was inside, and so I guess that ploy worked. Stopping for gas, get a breakfast break. I had a very nice croissant, bacon and egg. It was very good, tasty. I had my tea, so I filled up my tea and I drank a tea, and now I feel very refreshed and energized, and at least it's not raining anymore. It looks a lot better out here now, and I hope that it passed me, but you know, at least it's warmed up about 5 more degrees, so that's, you know, that's a cool thing. So I got the hand warmers on. Did not change the boots. I might regret that later, but for now, let's just roll. That's one less thing to do at a stop. There's a point in every YouTuber's life when he's on a road, and I don't even think you really have to be a YouTuber to feel this way, but you're riding along on this open road. It's 70 degrees. You have an awesome day happening around you, and you go, this is what I get to do. I'm allowed to do this. This is awesome. And not only do I get to do it, and this is where the YouTuber part comes in, I get to do it, I get to share it with everybody that watches my channel. You know, I've always heard if you do what you like, you'll never work a day in your life. Well, this is definitely that. You know, I get to do this. I'm allowed to do this. My wife lets me go run to 4 or 5 states away to do crazy stuff with crazy friends and have a good time, and then I get to share it. I think that's pretty awesome. Here I'm on this road 7.5 hours from home. I just left a friend back in Iowa, and I'm having the time of my life. And I get to do it again next weekend. It's awesome. It's very awesome. And welcome back to Missouri. What you can see of it. Can you see it? It's here. I promise it's here. All right, one step closer to home. One state line down. I don't know why I picked the name I picked, but it sure keeps coming back to haunt me. I did this to myself. It was me. It was all me. You probably think I'm just reusing footage now. Yeah, this is, yeah, my little ride in the horseshoe plan didn't work very well. It started cooling back off again, but that shouldn't last long. So look, I'm about 120 miles outside of St. Louis, I think. By the time I hit St. Louis and start heading south, I think I can get out of this, but that's about another 2 hours at least. At least an hour and a half, the way I'm driving. And the rain's just coming on down. So the next stop, I will stop and put on the non-perforated boots if my feet can stay dry till then. I'm going to tuck them in really close to the bike, and hopefully I don't catch a whole lot of water. I know the bottoms of the boots are waterproof and the toes are waterproof. So hopefully I can make it to the next stop and not have to change socks too, because I have them. Once your socks are wet, your feet are wet, and then you're just kind of done. And if you do put on dry boots and they dry off, then you're still kind of a little bit miserable. But you know what? That's what makes the adventure. As long as I get home, it's an adventure to tell. Why'd I say it like that? So this is me looking at exits for Illinois and hoping I didn't miss a turn somewhere when it was too rainy to see it. Too rainy, never too much rainy. I mean, unless you don't like my channel, and I guess whatever. I've been riding in rain now since about 7:30 this morning, which means about 3 hours, and it's been raining pretty much the entire time. And this helmet has done really well. I just had the first drop of rain go through and it's been raining pretty much the whole time. So the whole shot helmet is pretty cool. I do have a little small complaints about it, but I mean, come on, man. My complaint is it's not a modular, and I can't lift it up and drink while I'm riding. Other than that, this is a pretty good helmet. It fits really well. It's well ventilated, and I like it. Only problem is it's not a modular. All right, we're in Hannibal, Missouri again. Got here by accident again. Took the wrong turn again. So here we are again. The rain has let up a little bit. I still haven't stopped to put on my boots yet. Was making pretty good time. Yeah, they're pretty wet. I don't know if you can see that down there, but yeah, they're pretty soaked. All right, my socks are still dry though. The boots are wet. I don't think they're wet on the inside. I don't feel them being wet. They're not sloshy at least. I was looking for like a Pilot or a Lowe's or something like that. Guess I'm not gonna find one of those in Hannibal. So maybe I'll look for a Walmart or something. Or a Spucky's. I'll find a Spucky's. If you know, you know. There we go, baby. There we go. Love's always makes it better. Might as well knock back some gas while I'm here. Let's not do that again.
All right, so just had to make a stop, and since it was raining so hard, I decided to take the perforated boots off. And you may ask me how the perforated boots did in the rain and how waterproof they are, and I'm gonna say, well, not very. that's pretty wet ass sock. But yeah, they did. They were still comfortable. That was the crazy part. I didn't even know my feet were getting wet. I just decided, well, it's raining really hard. I should probably take the boots off. And they got pretty wet on the inside, although they weren't wet enough to be miserable or soggy. They were soggy. They were just wet. So yeah, I went ahead and went to the Comanches with the waterproof, the one that actually is waterproof, and changed my socks. And I'm gonna take a quick break, gas up the bike, and get back on the road.
The gloves actually are absolutely soaked, but I am going to go ahead and leave those on, and because they'll dry. I got the heated grips. It's a little slippery. All right, so let me get inside here, get some to drink, get a little snack, and then I'll be back on the road. So I didn't show this on camera, but when I went in to dry my gloves, I put the helmet up on the counter and I was drying the gloves. Everything was going great, and all of a sudden the helmet fell off the counter and the shield broke. My own stupidity, but I gotta kind of wonder, after all the bragging I did on this helmet, it falls 2 feet to the floor and the shield breaks. I've got it duct taped in now. I'll share a picture of that later, I guess. But yeah, I'm just like, I was so frustrated. I was like, well, damn it. So I got some duct tape at the truck stop and taped it up, and it's holding pretty well, I guess. But damn it, man. Of all things. Yeah. Now, and you know, if it was sunny, if it wasn't rainy, I could just say, well, screw it, I'll just ride with my sun visor down, which the helmet also has. Hang on, I better make sure that works. Okay, yeah, it works. But yeah, since it's raining, I really do need the visor. I'm not a fan of rain in the face. That's why I wear it. That's why I get nice helmets. But, damn it. You know, if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen to me, because I'm probably the most ready to take it, I guess. My shoulder rubberness, I'll get frustrated with it for a little bit and then I'll be fine. But I'm also very adept at adapting. I'm adept at adapting. Does that make sense? So yeah, I've got the helmet fixed now. It's taped down. I won't be able to raise the visor if it does start getting steamy, if I have to stop somewhere. But pretty much everything from here on out is all highway until I get off the road near my house, and then I just rip the damn thing off. I really don't care. It's not supposed to rain once I get out of St. Louis. So it finally did stop raining while I was in the truck stop. So I guess that's a plus. It made me got a drink and got a little snack, and while I was drying the gloves and fixing the helmet, it stopped raining. So I guess that's one good thing out of this. All right, and of course, you know, you got all this beautiful landscape in Missouri to look at. This has been one of the more beautiful rides I've ever taken. Hills and all. All right, head down. Let's see if we can get home. I know you're not going to believe this, but I found the rain again. This is my life. This is my gift. This is my burden. Yep, one step closer. So I thought the rain would be gone by the time I hit St. Louis. I was wrong. I was very wrong. But I'm about 20 miles past when I was supposed to have stopped. But I'd really like to get out of St. Louis. So I am going to push it a little further, because I really want to get out of St. Louis. I didn't mind living here, but as far as passing through, there's nothing on the side of the road that I want to stop at to get gas or rest at. So let's get pushed on through, see if we can make it to a Love's or something. Okay, this I dig. That takes some balls. I don't even know if that person has balls. They do now. Almost looks like something's on fire up there in the road. Kind of craziness you got going on here. Let's start making our way over.
All right, I made it back home, but that was a really long trip. Most of it was rain, except for probably the last hour and a half. And yeah, it's pretty rough. And then coming back into Memphis, I-55 bridge is now down to 1 lane, and there's still potholes in it big enough to swallow a motorcycle. So that was interesting. And everybody was trying to jockey for position to get across. So yeah, I finally made it home, ready to get in and get a shower and take my boots off and look at my gecko feet, because they've been wet for 8 hours. All right, guys, like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell, and I will see you in the next video, which should be at Little Sturgis, Mississippi. If you've got the time, it starts Friday night, 7 o'clock, starts with a ride and a dinner, and Saturday and Sunday is event days. So show up. There's karaoke, there's concerts, there's motorcycle games, there's vendors, there's everything. There's all kinds of food, all kinds of stuff. So show up. All right, guys, see you later. Bye.